Record.
We're gonna get on in it. Gonna do this for about 20-30 minutes. We're gonna doodle noodle right. And we're gonna doodle noodle all kinds of wrong. Because we're gonna do it however we do it. And there ain't no way to do it unless you do it not at all. Doodle noodle is a doodle noodle Tuesday. This is being recorded on a Tuesday, which is the perfect day to play with noodles and doodles and all kinds of colors and melodies and words and all kinds of things, and especially when we're talking about self-love, it just makes you want to heart sing. And here we go with the doodle noodle with Carin and Shawn. What you got to say, Karina? Break it down.
Good morning, everybody. We're here gonna doodle and noodle. We're both wearing our brown shirts today, and we didn't even call each other ahead of time.
That's right. No memo.
That's how it goes. We got the doodle noodle telepathy. We got our guitars and some markers and some paper and ideas and lots of love. Lots and lots of love. Oh yeah. Wiggle, 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 doodle, 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 wiggle, doodle, wiggle, doodle, noodle, doodle, wiggle, doodle, love.
In case you're wandering at home, this is the invitation to just settle on in and get yourself wiggling, get yourself giggling, get yourself feeling all kinds of good, cause we're gonna doodle noodle right now, and we're gonna do it because we love ourselves. We love ourselves so much. We love ourselves so much that we take time out of our busy days to doodle and work out our right brain. Yeah.
Working out. Working out. Creative calisthenics. First thing in the morning.
How that turns into making all kinds of progress toward making it right. Welcome to the Doodle Noodle WebJam warm-up appetizer for today.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice note there, Karina. Woo.
Well, it is 12:07 p.m. here in Texas, but it's still morning for me, and I love starting my day this way. O-M-F to the G. I mean, I love starting my day this way. I did my morning pages. I did a little visual pre-paving. As I've been doing every day this month, and today's the last day of the month. I've just been taking little clip art pictures and whatnot from the internet and feeling into how I want to feel. And my pictures today were a lady resting in some grass, a little baby sleeping, and a bunch of juice. That is what is up with me. So now I'm getting my doodle noodle juice with my buddy Shawn here. So happy to be here. So happy to be with you, and we just want to know, how are you feeling? So I'm going to just scooch us right into our first little doodle prompt. We're warmed up from our noodle prompt. Now we're going to doodle prompt. I want to make just a simple little doodle of something that's making you smile. Just a nice little warm up. What gives you a smile, my friends? Our friends, our family, our doodle companions, we're reaching out through Doodle Outreach out to you so that you can reach in and see how you do. How do you do? Beware, people. You start playing around with us. Little rhymes are going to start coming out. Lots of singing, wiggling. Just be warned. We warned you.
Don't let that whimsy fool ya.
You might feel good. You might like it. But you can come and see us however you feel. You can show up grumpy and you can show up sad, or you could show up irritated, and you can show up relaxed, and you can show up peaceful, eager, curious, any way at all. And you can just put it in a little doodle. So making a little doodle of something that's making you smile. Well, duh, for me right now.
You know, it's kind of a duh for me too, because I know I talk about them a lot, but.
Is it the chickens?
Yeah, chickens!
Yeah.
It's the baby chickens, the chickies. They're so awesome. They're so fun. And there's one of them that's smarter than the other two, because I go out there in the morning and by the time I get out there about 6:30, they're all like, let us out, we're up, We've been awake since the sun came up, and, I come out and there's kind of balking and scratching at the thing, and then all the big ones, there's 5 big ones, they run out because I put the food in the big one's bowl, which is out into the yard, and then 2 of the chickies, there's 2 bigger ones and 1 little one, and the little one is super smart. She's like, I'm gonna hang out in the coop because I know this dude's gonna come and he's gonna dump my baby food into the little baby food bowl, so I'm gonna hang out back in the back. And I think the other 2 are starting to catch on, but for a while there, everyone was bolting out of the coop, and the little one was just like, all the food is mine.
That's kind of making me cry a little bit.
It's really fun.
Sweet. Oh my God. So much love.
I love my chickens, yes I do. I love my chickens like I love you. 'Cause when we love ourselves and one another, the world is so super good. And when we take care of ourselves, we can better take care of others. And when we take care of others, they take care of others, and they take care of others, and they take care of others. So we all end up taking care of one another and making the world a place where we like to be. And it all starts with taking care of ourselves, loving ourselves, and tending to what we need. What you got, Carin?
I got you.
Oh! I love it. Oh, it's good.
So for those of you watching who don't know, I'm not sure how the light is in here, by the way. It might be a little dim. This is my friend Shawn. He's singing one of his songs here. These are some lyrics talking about creating, inventing, and celebrating life. And he was jamming that a little bit this morning when we first got on the call before we started recording. And look at how happy he looks too. He's just like doing so great. Can you see?
Yeah.
Aww.
Music does that to me despite myself.
I love it. I feel ya. So Shawn is making me smile today, and that I get to be here together. Last time we met, we talked about some self-loving intentions, and the 3 that I came up with on the fly for our upcoming Doodle Noodle action on the world of intentions for self-love were keep doodling and noodling with Shawn. Check. Being super nice to myself when I get confused and think I'm supposed to be someone else. I think I'm doing okay. I'm working on that. Still working on it. It's a moment by moment thing, y'all. Sure, most humans can dig it. And the 3rd one was more meditation. And I was a little tiny bit giving myself some shit about, I haven't meditated every single day, la, la, la. But that wasn't what I said. I didn't say, I have a goal and I'm going to do 5 out of 7 days. I said, no, it's an intention. I'm going to breathe it into the air. And that's what we're inviting all of you guys to do. Just breathe a little intention into the atmosphere and see what happens. So last night I wasn't feeling well. I'm like a little cold or something. And I was feeling pretty crap. And I had just finished taking a shower. And I was like, what do I want to do that feels good right now? Do I want to watch a video? Is there anything funny I can put on? Do I want to write a letter? What do I want to do? And I just felt like, no, let's just meditate for a while. So I went on my phone and pulled up a meditation timer that I'd never used before and clicked on it for 20 minutes and sat there and sat there and sat there. And I just wasn't feeling well. I was like so present to how I was just like, I'm feeling scared that I was getting sick and just like all of this. But I was like, okay, meditate, try to do like 15 minutes at least. I was going to do 20. So I looked at the clock at this little timer after I'd been sitting there what felt like a long time, and it was still counting down from like 9 minutes or so. I'm like, there's no way I've only been sitting here for 11 minutes. This is crazy. Time is so weird when you're meditating. You just can't tell, right? So I was like, okay, let me just try to hang in there for 15 minutes total. So like 5 more minutes, 4 more minutes, just rest, just rest. And a little while later, I looked at the thing again, thinking it's got to be down to like, 3 or 4 minutes left. And it was up at 19 minutes again. So I don't know what the heck with that little meditation timer that I was trying, but it kept resetting itself. So I don't know how long I sat there, but I felt good afterward. And I was like, yay, my intentions are flowing.
Like, oh yeah, you want to meditate more, huh?
Exactly. And I don't even know what the chime sounded like. That was my complaint, was I wanted to hear what their nice little chime on this website or app or whatever it was going to sound like, but because it kept resetting, I never even heard the dang chime.
Wow.
So we're here with our little meditation bells. Shawn and I are living, breathing, singing, doodling meditation bells this morning.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? I haven't really thought of any, I haven't really consciously thought of any self-loving intentions. But I do know the last video that we did that little, I love myself enough to, that little song. I should have listened to it and like prepared it so we could do it again, because it's such a cool little prompt, right?
Super cool.
I love myself enough to, I love myself enough to, I love myself enough to. I know there were like 20 of them in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of, because this is a right brain practice, I trust that singing those things and like creating them in that moment sort of planted the seeds in the everything.
I remember some of your things. It was taking long walks and being with the chickens. I think you might have mentioned drinking water.
Yep.
Probably playing music.
Yeah, see, and all of these things are happening.
Yes.
They're just happening effortlessly.
So awesome. I love that. I love it that we're anchoring in that, because I think all of this that we're offering is that way. Is like I was saying, like, blow it into the wind with a song or a doodle and just take your hands off. Or if you feel super inspired, take inspired action. But Shawn and I aren't here to lay any kind of pressure on anybody. Like, oh, you didn't do your self-loving intention today. Oh, you better hit yourself.
You're bad.
You're bad. I did that. F that. No.
No, let's make it easy and fun to be alive.
Oh, imagine. So speaking of I love myself enough to, the next prompt that I have on deck is very much of that consideration. You ready for the question?
Yes.
Okay. The question is, what is something self-loving that you've already done today?
Oh, I got that one already.
And I'm going to hope that I just turned a fan on, that it's not going to be too disruptive, but my computer is wanting to light on fire, and I prefer not to have that happen just now.
No, it might make for a good video, but it's probably not a good.
Is that the way we finally go viral? Be worth it, right? Well, my friend was telling me about the butterfly effect the other day, and I've been thinking about this, that thing of that every small motion is affecting everything in the whole entire universe, the web of everything. And
yeah,
we're talking about he and I were messaging each other on Facebook talking about this, and I said, us messaging right now is having the butterfly effect. Like everything we're doing is having that, and we just don't know. And I'll tell you though, like as far as that mindset of when things go bad, there's a gift in it. I also hate that.
Right.
Especially in the moment. Don't tell me that if I'm grieving. Get off my butt on that. But often it's true that later on I really can see, and that led to this, and that led to this, and that led to this. So if my computer did light on fire, I would imagine that really super awesome things would come from it. But I don't think it's going to. I'm taking good care of it.
No.
All right, let me quiet down my pie hole here and make my picture of something I've already done today that is self-loving.
There we go. Boom. So when we got on the call, Carin was she was kind of getting ready, and I was in the middle of what I was doing right before the call, which was doing a little bit of recording. because this activity right here, this activity does something for my body and my mind and my spirit that is just absolutely magical. Because I take a song and I put it into this thing, and then I'm listening to myself, and then I can sing along with myself. And there's a click track, so it's a challenge to bring it into like, to be really precise with the time and yet not stiff, right? You still have to have music, like you gotta be making music. So the practice of doing that is incredibly nourishing for my musical self, for my creative self, for my expressive self, for my feeling of having accomplished something. Because even if I don't do anything else today, I've sort of faced that. Because there's always a fear, right? Like, I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to sound like total butt, and it's not going to be good. You know, nobody's ever going to care. And, you know, all of these thoughts go in there. But, you know, it's like getting into
let me take a moment with your picture, because I was looking down.
It's like just getting into the practice of it. Just, it's like nothing else. Like I've broken through whatever there was for me to break through today, to have today be like, I'm dialed in. That was it right there.
So easy, done early, before noon. So great.
I'm so excited to be bringing that song back, because it's so good and it's so timely. Because I'm not gonna say that it's the end of the world, because I really don't think that's true. But I'm looking around and taking notes and reading all the signs that we're about to find out who is who. You know, some people want to hold on to the very thing that's killing them, and some of us are letting go. And are there enough of us to make a difference? Well, I can tell you I don't know. But no matter what happens, I swear I'll keep on creating, inventing, and celebrating life. Keep on waking up inspired, yeah, and tending to the garden of my dreams. Tending to the garden of my dreams. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're planting little seeds here.
So great. Speaking of the butterfly effect, when did you first write that song?
Oh, good question. What was it? I guess it was 2002. 2002.
Wow. Yeah.
I was 15 years old.
Amazing.
Great.
So timely, so present.
Right.
Amazing. So cool, Shawn. That's so cool. I want to compliment you on your doodling too, and I know you feel still a little what's the word?
Rudimentary.
Rudimentary. Yeah. But first of all, there's perspective in there. Second of all, I'm feeling that there's like, not like you feel necessarily great about it, but I see there's a flow. I can see the more you doodle, you're just easier with it. That came out really smoothly, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those. But I'm loving it, because it's the same with me. The more I get on here and noodle with Shawn, the more comfortable I am making up songs, and the more comfortable he's getting making little doodles, and we're flowing. There's a lot.
Yeah. So for you who are watching, you're going, I don't know how to do this, and you're just kind of like watching. Just grab a pen and a little piece of paper. Just do it. Because I see this and I go, yeah, there's perspective, but I still can't draw.
It's so cute. It's so awesome. It's really skillful. He doesn't see it, but that's okay. That's okay. As the Doodle Outreach mama, I have to learn not to try to talk people into that they're good at it, because they don't believe it. So it's cool. I just get to.
That's the same thing that I've had to learn with people singing, because I go and do performances or whatever, and people come up to me and go, hey, you gonna sing along? And they go, oh, you don't want me to sing? I can't sing. I'll sing, but y'all will be running for the hills. All kinds of like self-talk, and I would try to argue with them and like convince them that that's just a story, and no, people don't, it doesn't work that way. They kind of got to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah, just everybody's own comfort level. It kind of bums me out though, because I know there are all these closet musicians and doodlers and whatever that are never going to show, but let me let that aside. We are here for you to come on up and show yours and play with us if you're willing to be loose and have a good time. So it's okay. Everybody gets to come at their comfort level. There's no forcing here.
Exactly.
It's great. One of my favorite doodlers doesn't know. It doesn't register for her, but I love her images. She uses these wonderful materials and has these really cool creatives. I don't know, like art skills language about this stuff. Like I don't know how to even describe it, but it registers for me as something really cool to look at. She doesn't see it, but she was the one who, through working with her, I realized, like, stop trying to convince her that it's any good. Just let her be, kind of thing. And also, like, if people are painfully shy about something, Lord knows, you don't want to make it more painful. I don't know. I know if I'm feeling vulnerable about something and somebody's trying to push me to do it more, it feels awful. It feels like I don't have any skin on, and so don't ever let me do that to you guys.
That's right. It's almost like you're going, your trauma is wrong.
Yes. I did a little doodle. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Speaking of that, it is a self-loving thing here. And then I'll show you guys my picture of my self-loving activity from today. I'm going to stand up for a second. Carry on, Shawn. I made a doodle recently of something I've been teased for.
Oh, goodness.
Just like we're talking about not wanting to traumatize somebody more. When we feel sensitive about something, we can't help it, that's what's happening. And we don't want to be a dick and make it worse for anybody else now. So I made this doodle of, it's a fun prompt, by the way, you guys, if you want to play with it sometimes, something you've been teased for. And it's when people give me advice and I feel sensitive, especially unsolicited advice, if I'm just trying to share from the heart. So it's like somebody saying to me, Carin, you should be like this. And then I say, ouch, I feel sensitive when you talk
at me
like that. I change it from with me to at me.
Yep.
And then this is what happens next. Oh, is this coming up right way around on your screen, Shawn?
Yeah, it's perfect.
And then they laugh at me and they point and they tease and they say, ha, you better not give Carin advice. She's sensitive.
Yeah.
It's so painful.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about it, and the cool thing about making this doodle, is I'm just getting more and more in touch with that's okay that I'm sensitive, and I don't actually have to even make the case to say I have a right to be sensitive here. I can just set a boundary. Like, I'm really learning to make gentle but firm boundaries. That doesn't mean that I'm an asshole just for saying, I'm loving my potty mouth this morning. But just for saying, I'm sensitive to that. So, yay for me. Okay.
Right, that's right. Totally.
I'm going to shift over doodle pictures here. So here's my picture of what I already did this morning that was self-loving. And I tried to make a little perspective in there too. I wrote my morning pages.
Awesome.
So this is me in bed. That's the back of my head. And my knees holding up my notebook.
Fun.
And I'm writing. And there's my stuffy in the bed with me, one of them. Yeah, I love writing morning pages so much. They ground me so deeply, and I get to just like come out with everything that's going on there. It's so refreshing. So I was complaining, and I was visualizing, and I was thinking about breakfast and all kinds of things. 3 whole pages. It was so great. Felt really loving. And that's when this prompt came up actually in there. I was like, oh, we'll do this in our WebJam. Yeah.
Awesome.
So awesome.
Always good to do a Doodle Noodle WebJam with you, Karina.
Oh, yeah.
Let's let folks know they can look out for us on our official web jams. Do them regularly, where we invite you in to play with us in this Doodle Noodle symphony of doodling and noodling and self-love, creativity, and all kinds of hilarity. Oh yes, join us, please join us, please join us, please join us. We're waking up ourselves with all this creativity. Ooh, and we can do that for you too. Actually, you do it for yourself, but we're kind of providing the space and the invitation and then, you know, whatever. So bring your music, bring your doodle stuff. Anything else, Carin? What do you want?
Yeah, just look in the wherever this video is posted for the link for the where you can find us, doodleoutreach.com/events, Doodle Noodle WebJam, or something like doodleoutreach.com/Doodle Noodle. I think takes you right there. But if you can't remember that, just go to the events tab. You'll find us. And I do want to say that until about 5 minutes ago or so, I forgot to put us on speaker or gallery view or whatever, so my little picture was small for most of the time. Recording, so that's okay.
All that means though is that the actual video will be it'll be like whoever's talking is showing on screen anyway.
Well, and since you're the only one on here with me, it's just my little picture, I think. Anyways, we'll see what happens on the video. It's all good. Whatever it is all good. And I would gladly start my day like this every day. Morning pages, a little breakfast, some water, and Doodle Noodle with Shawn. I mean, it's a good life. So join us, join us, join us, join us.
I love myself enough to get on a Doodle Noodle WebJam with you. I love myself enough to hang out with Carin and Shawn. I love myself enough to give myself the gift of a break with creativity and color.
Yes, colors. Yeah, I mean, you know, I could try to talk you into what's good about it too, y'all, but it's the same kind of thing about like not trying to explain your own creativity. Just everything I'm into is experiential anyway. Just give it a shot if you're willing, and we love being with you, and we love doing this together for ourselves, for you. We love ourselves enough to love ourselves.
Show us your doodle.
Yes, yes. Show us your doodle. Stick them in comments and come and join us at our next meeting. It's funny that you did that, Shawn, because just before we came on the call, I had already logged on to Zoom, and I was like standing to the side here. I was changing my shirt, and I was like, we should do this naked one time.
Naked doodle.
Yeah.
Doodle Noodle WebJam. That kind of gives Doodle Noodle a different.
I'll be the doodle. You be the noodle.
I'll doodle your noodle.
I love myself enough to be Shawn and me today. I love myself enough to be kind of goofy anyway, yeah.
Oh, so, man. If you're hanging out to the end of this video, congratulations.
Yes.
You got the prize.
Welcome. We love you, and hope to see you guys at our next gig. And just look in the comments for when that is, and hope to see you. Thanks. Let's see. How do I stop this thing? Here we go.